name's Alan. I'm glad you can join me today on this little trip around Poole Harbour. I'm staying at Poole, but some friends have kindly given me a lift to Norden Station on the Swanage Railway, where we'll be starting our journey. Norden's not far from Corfe Castle on the Isle of Purbeck. We'll be taking the train down to Swanage, having a look around, and eventually end up at Shell Bay and the ferry over to Sandbanks. So come along with me and we'll see what we can find. Norden Station, where the park and ride operates from, and it's only a short walk to Corfe Castle and the station there, so I think we'll start our journey at Corfe and have a little look round the station before we get on the train for our little journey to Swanage. The pretty little station of Corfe Castle, and this is where we'll be starting our train journey from. It's really worth having a look around here, and it's only just right outside the town and the castle, of course. Now, I've noticed the signal's gone off, so we'll prepare to board the train. And just 6 miles later we arrive at Swanage Station, very close to the town centre and just a short walk down to the beach. Swanage is a lovely seaside town. We've got some lovely shops there. There's restaurants, cafes, pubs, plenty of places to eat and drink, and of course you've got the seaside. Although today it's extremely blowy, so it's not really a day for the beach. But come in the summer and you can spend all day here. Yeah, it's lovely. Jumbo sausage in batter, chips and a curry sauce. Just what you need on a cool, blowy day. Time to catch my next bus, which goes from just outside the railway station, and this one will take us all the way to Shell Bay. Right, so I've got off the bus and I'm now at Shell Bay, which is across the water from Sandbanks. I hope you can hear me all right. It's a beautiful day, but by gosh, it's windy. So, where am I? Right, well, if we have a little look across here, you should see the sea. Yeah, I'm by the seaside. A little bit further up is a nudist beach, but I won't be going there. It's way too cold. And, well, I suppose I didn't bring me cosy, which is one reason I could, but I'm not going to. So I'll spare you that. So just to give you an idea of where I am exactly, if you look behind me, you'll see the Sandbanks ferry, which goes from Shell Bay to Sandbanks. I'll be getting on that a little bit later on and continuing my circle by getting another bus down to Poole. So stay with me, because it's a lovely day and there's plenty to see. Right, this must be one of the best beaches in Britain, I would think. It's just miles of golden sand. I quite often come down here in the summer. At the moment, it's the beginning of April, and although it's a lovely bright day, it's still very, very chilly. But nevertheless, lovely place to be. And there's plenty of sand dunes as well, in case you need somewhere a little bit out of the wind. Oh, look at that. You won't find more golden, softer sand anywhere than that, I'm sure. This is also the start, or the end, of the Southwest Coast Path, which goes all the way from here, down through Devon, around the coast of Cornwall, and back through Devon all the way to Minehead. It's one of the most difficult coast paths in Britain, I would think. Not something I would attempt, but it's lovely to walk even little bits of it. We'll have a little look at the harbour side from the ferry. So this is actually Poole Harbour itself. Now, in the very distance, you may be able to make out Poole, but it's a long way off, so you might not be able to make it out. But as we come across, you'll see Brownsea Island, which is a beautiful day out. You catch the ferry from Poole Harbour itself. There's lovely wildlife there, especially red squirrels. If you're very lucky, you see the red squirrels dancing about. But it's a beautiful day on Poole Harbour. I'm now off the ferry on the Sandbanks side, and I thought I'd just watch it go back and forward a few times. It's quite interesting. In case you don't know, it's a chain ferry, and it pulls itself across backwards and forwards by two chains. Cars just roll on and roll off at either end. As a pedestrian, it's pretty cheap really. They charge £1 one way. If you're going the other way, it's free. So it's effectively only 50p each way. I think it's pretty good. This is one of the open-top double-decker buses that shuttle between Swanage and Bournemouth. While I wait for my bus to pull, there's just time to have a nice cup of tea at the Haven Ferry Cafe. And we'll also have a little look at the map, just to show Poole Harbour, so you can get your bearings of where we're going. So we've come off the bus at Poole bus station, had a short walk down to the quay outside the old lifeboat station, which is now a museum and a pretty interesting place to visit, and you'll find it's just on the harbour itself. So we're now right at the middle of Poole Quay. Always a vibrant place, lots of pubs, lots of little restaurants, very nice. There's the Baden-Powell statue, founder of the Scout movement, of course, and appropriately sitting outside his favourite pub. And of course the seagull is just waiting for the chips, very patiently. And the seagull is a bit disappointed because it seems the people on the bench don't have any chips. And just across the water it's Sunseeker Yachts. You need a lot of money to buy one of those, so I don't think I will be today. And of course we see the lifeboat, the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, Jock and Annie Slater. Good work they do. And another shot of Sunseeker Yachts. They've got a really big production facility here, so there must be some people with a lot of money somewhere or other. So we're pretty much at the end of Poole Quay now. Just one last look at a few remaining boats, and the green structure is the lifting bridge. I don't think it'll be lifting today, which is a shame. I'd like to have seen that, but never mind. Rightio, I'm back at my little caravan now after a very long day. Good to put my feet up, have a can of Budweiser and a packet of crisps for me lunch. Now, I would add that the Budweiser and crisps aren't sponsored. No, I had to buy the bloody things myself at the shop. But anyway, there we are. I found a good programme on TV, Channel 71 on Freeview, called That's Oldies, which is 60s and 70s music, which is kind of my era. A lot of it is in black and white. I've got Freddie Mercury at the moment, but anyway, never mind. Yeah, black and white. Everything was black and white back then. In fact, my first car was a Vauxhall Viva, and I was convinced it was grey. And it wasn't until 1975 that I realised it was actually blue, because of course before then everything was in black and white. So anyway, on the table I've got my little apple and a pre-packed croissant, so that's breakfast sorted. But I did have to say, I looked at these crisps, and on the back it said, and bear in mind they're roast chicken, it says suitable for vegetarians. Now that seemed a bit odd to me. I mean, why would a vegetarian want roast chicken flavoured crisps? You think they'd might be happier with, I don't know, Brussels sprout flavour or cauliflower flavour or something. Actually, that just reminds me, on the way home, I've got to buy some cat food, and same sort of thing with that. You get a choice of salmon flavoured or chicken, beef or lamb. I mean, I'm sure the cat would be much happier with either mouse or squirrel flavoured. I mean, you can't get those, can you? So, yeah, it's a thought. Anyway, don't go away just yet, because it's going to be a lovely sunset out tonight, and I'd love you to see that from here. So don't go away.